before reaching the next signal. That is also true. There's a signal to signal is probably like 350 or 400 meters. And but for you to take the time, for you to travel a signal to signal at peak hours could take you about 25-30 minutes because of traffic. It's insane. It's insane. It's killing it, right? And of course, you can build your own tweet generator. Don't expect me to share this with you. Okay. Now that you've learned how to do it, you can build your own tweet generator. But guys, I want to tell you one thing. Okay. For you to be able to build, this is a simple way of going about it, right? This is a simple way. I just showed you the process. It took us like 30 minutes and we built this incredible expose generator. But the real power of building tools like this exists in the ability of you building advanced tools. And I want to teach you how to build advanced tools as well. Okay. And let me show you actually, before I go about advanced tools, you need to learn something. And the part that you need to learn something is, how many of you guys want to actually learn how to build advanced GPTs right now? Drop a thumbs up. You have learned this is great, but this is probably 4 out of 10 in terms of power. How many of you want to learn advanced GPTs? It's going to be harder to build, but it's going to be incredibly powerful. Okay. Looks like a lot of you people do want to learn advanced GPTs. Here's the thing. For you to learn advanced GPTs, you need to know how things work in the backend. Obviously, like I told you yesterday, when I was teaching you, teaching you how ChatGPT works and all these tools work, I also taught you how ChatGPT works in the backend. In the same way, even right now, right? If you want to build advanced GPTs, you need to know how these GPTs actually work in the backend. For that, I need to go to the configure button for us to see the backend. You can see this, guys. The name expose generator is right here. And if I change anything here, 2.0, here it comes. It gets changed. That is the configure option. This is the backend of the tool. And then there is this description. Let's say I want to add by WebHub SysMP. And there you go. I add it and it gets added to the description. Now, the most important part of this. You see, everything that we spoke here, right? To ChatGPT. ChatGPT converted that into this instructions. This is very, very important, guys. Everything that I spoke right here in create, everything, every feedback that I gave, right? ChatGPT was smart enough to convert that into this instructions. And this instruction is actually the system prompt. This is a system prompt for this tool, which is written by ChatGPT. And it's because of the system prompt this tool is able to work the way it is. And you can see this. It's all here. You're a master tweet generator specialized to create highly viral tweets. Most of the audience are India and Southeast Asia. 25 to 50. Generates 10 tweet ideas. Rate each of the tweets from a scale of 1 to 10. And you see the tabular format as well. And we also said Indian references, so it added all of this. So what happened? All the feedback was converted into a prompt like this. And this is the heart and soul of the tool. This prompt defines how the tool actually works. And now, if you want to build an advanced GPT, if you want to build an advanced tool, you need to learn how to write advanced prompts like this. You cannot rely on ChatGPT to write this. I never rely on ChatGPT anymore, right? You can't rely on ChatGPT anymore, but instead, you need to get your own mind to write an advanced prompt here. Let me show you what an advanced prompt looks like. Let me show you one of the prompt generator that I have created, one of the tweet generator that I've created. It's actually not a tweet generator, but something called as LinkedIn post writer. This, my friends, is an advanced GPT. And I'll tell you why it's an advanced GPT. Because it writes viral posts in the style of me. It replicates my exact style of writing, and I'm not even kidding. Okay. It literally replicates the exact style of my writing. It is so bloody good that no one can even tell if it was written by me or if it was written by AI. Guys, you all, I don't know if you know this, but I basically have I have close to 500,000 followers, okay, on my LinkedIn. And if you see all these LinkedIn posts, right, This post I posted some time back. The whole post is actually written by AI, 54,000 views. This whole post is again written by AI, which is about ChatGPT Go, which got released some time back, 81,000 views. This whole post is written by the AI tool that I just created, 370,000 views, 4 lakh views. Of course, this is a screenshot, but again, you can see this, the whole copy of this is again written by AI, 72,000 views. This is a video. I can skip this. Again, look at this. The TCS post of laying off, TCS when laid off, I made a post, 62,000 views. And this one, 83,000 views. These are all LinkedIn posts. Of course, they are old. I don't get to write them every single day, but they are all are written using this AI tool, which is the LinkedIn post writer. Have you ever seen anyone use AI to write their LinkedIn content and get such virality? I have not seen anyone. And you know why? Because everyone, when they use AI, right, they write it without giving it any knowledge. So when you read those LinkedIn posts, you know it is written by AI. Have you seen those LinkedIn posts? Show me a thumbs up where once you read it, you know that this LinkedIn post is written by AI. It stinks AI. But because I've created this advanced post generator, whatever it writes, whatever this post generator writes, it mimics my style of writing in such a good form of fashion that no one can even tell if it is written by AI or if it is written by me, because it literally mimics the style of my writing. Now it'd be like, Webhav, how did you do that? Let me show you the prompt of this. Okay. Of course, I own this tool, so I can show you the prompt of this, right? If I go back to configure, this is the prompt that I wrote. It is, look how long the prompt is. ChatGPT cannot write this prompt. You need to learn how to write your own prompt if you want to build advanced tweet generators like this. Look how long the prompt is. And not just that, it has something called as role, objective, context, instructions. And not just that, it has these fancy words like hashtag and these stars. How many of you guys want to learn how to write advanced prompts like this, understand this format of this prompting, so that you can also build super advanced GPTs like this? Yes, all of you guys? Okay, I'm loving the reactions, guys. I'm loving the reactions. Okay, perfect. Let us get into the process of learning how to build advanced GPTs. But for you to do that, for you to learn how to build advanced GPTs, right? The first thing that you need to learn is this. Take a screenshot of this if you want to. Funny, make sure you add this in the resources as well. And guys, like we promised, like every day, end of today, during the lunch break, if you guys are still on the call, we will share a resource doc which will have all the prompts and all the links inside of it. And you know this, that it is only shared with people who are on the session. So if you're there till the end, I will share this, my team will share this resource doc with you. Okay, so that you can get all the prompts and resources and links and everything from there. Okay, now, and funny, let's include the special prompting structure there as well. Yes, okay, sir. Perfect. Now, I want to talk about and teach you how the special prompting structure actually works. Now, guys, the special prompting structure is specially designed for you to build custom GPTs or any AI agents for that matter. And it is called as Markdown prompting. I want you to focus for the next 10 minutes. Yes, it's going to be slight theory for the next 10 minutes, but it is important for you to learn this. Okay. It's called as Markdown prompting. Now, it has a bunch of things. It has role, objective, context, instructions, and notes, and has this fancy characters, which I'll tell you what they are. They're not as complex as they look. It's very simple. Okay. Now, the way I think about these prompts is as if I'm hiring a human being. Let's say I'm hiring a human being to do customer success for my company. And I've hired a very smart person who is a topper at IIM Bangalore. I'd gone to IIM for a talk and I found this very smart person and I thought this person is very good. As a result, I told this person, let's say her name is Priya. I told Priya that, look, once you're done with your college, you can come join Outskill. and you can learn a lot of things there, right? And maybe go ahead and start your own startup as well. So Priya, after she is done with the college, came and joined Outskill, and she is in a meeting room with me and I'm talking to her. And imagine Priya to be an AI, right? That's how I want you to imagine this. And Priya comes in and Priya is like, Vaibhav, you asked me to join this job. I am a topper of my school or college. I'm very good with what I do. Let me know what I can help you with. What problem can I solve inside of your company? So here, Priya is basically asking me for her role. So I can tell Priya, because a customer success job, I can tell Priya, your role is to act like a rockstar customer success executive and eventually lead the job role of customer success as well, right? Lead a team of customer success as well. Now, Priya has never done a job before in her life. So she is like, Vaibhav, what does customer success actually mean? She's literally asking, Vaibhav, what is the objective of the role? So here I have to explain Priya what is the objective of Priya's role is. So here I explain Priya, look, more than 1 million people every single month register for outskill programs for more than 150 different countries. And every time they face an issue, right, they write us an email at the right at hi@outskill.com. Your job is to own these emails end to end. Your job is to look at these emails, understand what are the top problems, respond to them, and basically solve problems of the users. That is your objective. Now Priya has a question. Priya is like, Vaibhav, I studied in IIM Bangalore. I'm the topper of the batch. You said you have something important for me too. And once I've joined, you are like, you want me to reply to emails? I can do a much better job. Tell me something more significant. And this is where I have to give Priya the context. Context is where I tell Priya why what she is doing is very important. Here, I'm going to explain Priya that Priya, I think you got it wrong. You didn't understand what you're supposed to do. This is not a job for you to reply to emails. This is a role that has a direct correlation to the growth of the company. Let me explain you. You see, like I told you, more than 1 million people register for our programs every single month. And when they do, when they're stuck or when they have a problem, they write to hi@outskill.com. And they are basically under a lot of distress at this point of time. They need support, they need help. If we are able to solve their problems with highest empathy, if we are just able to solve their problems with highest empathy, you know what will happen? They will go out happy and they will join our programs. If they join our programs, because our programs are so incredibly powerful, and we also have this great referral program where they can refer their friends, they would refer a lot of their friends. As a result, it can help us achieve the goal of reaching to 100 million people over the course of next 3 years. So the role that you have, Priya, is a very important growth role. If learners are happy, they will recommend more people into the programs. And when they recommend more people into the program, more people join the programs. When more people join the programs, more people are recommended by them. As a result, this is a continuous flow and the company will grow faster. If the company grows faster, you will grow faster. But if you screw up at this job of not giving great customer success, they will not be happy about it. And that is not good for the job, not good for the company. So the job that you're doing is a growth role. In fact, it's such an important role that I was waiting for you to join so that I can give you this work, because I need an absolute owner for this. Guys, don't you think with this context, Priya can do her job 10 times more efficient and with 10 times more excitement? Because I have given context to Priya on what she's supposed to do. Then Priya is like, Vaibhav, great, understood. Now, could you tell me how could I do my job? So I'm like, yeah, simple. Here's your email ID. Here's the password. Log in into Gmail. All the emails will be right there. Open each one of the emails. Understand the problem. If a solution already exists for it, use this document to find the solution. If you cannot find the solution in the document, reach out to someone on Slack and the team will help you out and they will give you the solutions and then you can respond back to it. Essentially, instructions are step 1, step 2, step 3 on what you want anybody to do. And finally, there is something called as notes. Notes is nothing but a quick summary of everything that we spoke here. There are things that we spoke in role, objective, context, instructions, and there could be things that we could not capture properly. That is what we put inside of notes. Okay, like a quick summary of everything. So folks, this literally captures every essence. And instead of Priya, imagine Priya to be an AI agent. Imagine Priya to be an AI agent. As a result, when you give an explanation of role, objective, context, instructions, and notes, don't you guys think the AI with so much of information will be able to do the AI's job 100 times better? Don't you think so, guys? Let me know in the chat. If you have given all of these explanation to AI, the AI will be able to do a much better job. Exactly. And that is the absolute idea here of this prompting structure. Now, somebody is asking me, Webhub, all that is fine. But what about these hashtags in stars? I don't understand this. Well, let me explain you what those things are. Well, you know what? When you see this hash and when you see this star, this is our coded way of talking to AI and telling what is important. You see, when you saw this slide for the first time, your eyes probably automatically went to special prompting structure custom GPT or markdown prompting. Your eyes probably went to these two things. And the reason why your eyes automatically went to these things is because the size of the font is large. But when it comes to AI, is there a way for me to increase the size of the font if I select a text? No, there is not. Because it's a plain text editor, I cannot tell AI what is important, what is not important by increasing the size of the text or making anything bold. So the way I tell AI that something is important is when I put a single hashtag and I write anything next to it, AI automatically imagines that this is a headline one or the biggest possible headline. Simple. When I put a single hashtag and write something next to it, AI imagines that to be a headline one or the biggest possible headline. When I put two hashtags, you can see this, and write a line, AI imagines that still to be a headline, but is smaller than headline one. So headline one hashtag is the biggest possible font size. Two hashtags is slightly smaller than H1, which is single hashtag. If I put three hashtags, it is also a headline, but smaller than two hashtags and one hashtag. Right? So this is our way to tell AI what is important. In fact, when you put a word in between two stars like this, AI imagines the word that is in between the two stars or two asterisks to be in bold. Guys, this is how we can tell AI what is important and what is not. Let me show you the screenshot and this will give you full clarity. I hope you guys understood. If you guys understood, drop a party emoji. If you guys understood, drop a party emoji so that you're celebrating the fact that you learned the markdown prompting, right? When it's a single hashtag, it's H1. Look at the size of the font. When it's two hashtags, it is H2. Look at the size of this font. It's smaller than H1. When it's three hashtags, it's a headline 3, which is smaller than H1 and H2, but still is a headline. And when you put a word between two stars, it is bold. So this is a coded language, is a coded way to tell AI what is important and what is not. Now, did you guys understood the markdown prompting? I want you guys all to reply to me with a boom if you guys understood the markdown prompting. Drop a boom in the chat. All the tens of thousands of people on the call, drop a boom in the chat if you guys understood this and this was helpful. This is a very, very powerful prompting technique, guys. Again, folks, somebody is asking if this is live. No, this is not live. I'm telling you, this is not live. Drop off from the call and go and chill. Guys, I have a question. Is it even, let's say I'm a robot at this point of time. Is the session still helpful or not? Just tell me that answer. Give me a thumbs up if the session is still helpful, even if I'm a robot. Yes. How does it matter? Why do people have such, and somebody spamming saying, will I get a certificate? Funny, do you want to take that person out? If the person spams again, just kick them out, right? We have clearly specified them that you have to finish the program to get a certificate. Okay. So, I kind of find it hard to understand why people have these questions to start with. How does it matter Are you learning something new or are you not learning something new? If you're not learning something, you should drop off. If you're learning something, you can stick around. How does it matter if I'm live, if I'm an AI, if I'm a robot, if I'm a cyborg, if I'm in, I don't know, in Jupiter? It doesn't matter. Does it matter? It doesn't. All it matters is, are you learning or not learning? If you find value in this, stick around and learn. If you don't find value in this, drop off. Don't ask me this random questions which has no significance. And that person was spamming the chat. I don't know what he will do by knowing this. Okay, let's move on now. Sorry for the rant. It annoys me to see messages like this, right? Because it just shows that you don't have that constructive mindset to actually learn. You're looking for reasons to give up. So I'm giving you the reason. I'm a robot. I am AI generated. And you know what? This is not live. This is 2 years old. Drop off. That's my thing for anyone who has this question. Okay. With that being said, let's move on. Let's come back. Now you know why I keep the chats off, because I get distracted so easily. Okay. Now, the special prompting structure, markdown prompting. Guys, are we all clear about this? Did you guys all learn how to do and how did you guys all understood the markdown prompting structure? Thumbs up in the chat, guys. Everyone. I want everyone to drop a thumbs up if you guys understood what role is, what objective is, what context is, what instructions is, what notes is, and also why we use hashtags and why we use stars. So quick Q&A. What does one hashtag mean? When I put one hashtag, why do we use it? Why do we use one hashtag? What is H1? A lot of people are saying H1. What is H1? A headline one. What happens when I put a word between two stars? When I put a word between two stars, what happens? It absolutely bolds. Okay, one more question that I want to ask, and I want you guys to think before you answer. Why is context important? Why is context important? I want you guys to think and answer, okay? Why is context important in a prompt? I explained you why context is important. Okay, good. For AI to understand how important the job is, for AI to understand relevance, for AI to understand the importance. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it, love it. Looks like everybody has understood on a high level. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Even if you're someone who is not able to understand the high level on what it is, there is no significance for the colon, Pranjali. It's just a colon saying, yeah, it's just English, right? There is no significance of colon. Good question. Somebody was like, Vaibhav, why are you using this colon here? There is no significance to that. Okay. With that being said, now let's put this markdown prompting to action. Okay. And the way we put this thing into action is by actually building or writing a prompt in this format. Now, for me to write a prompt in this format, I need a task, right? And what if we rebuild this LinkedIn post generator? I'll literally show you how I ended up building this LinkedIn post generator. Would that be powerful? We write the prompt from the beginning. I show you the whole process so that you learn how to build an advanced GPT by using the LinkedIn, by rebuilding the LinkedIn post generator. Now, because we are rebuilding the LinkedIn post generator, we have to write a prompt like this. Now, a lot of you people might be wondering, Vaibhav, are you going to write all of this all by yourself? Let me tell you one thing. I won't be. In fact, what I will be doing right now is that I will be getting AI to write all of this for me. I will get AI to write the whole prompt for me. But how will I get AI to write the whole prompt? By using a prompt workflow. What I will do is I will tell AI instructions. I will not just ask AI, write a prompt for so that you can write LinkedIn posts like me. It can't do it because AI doesn't know how I write LinkedIn. So I need to build a workflow to be able to achieve this problem. Okay. Let me tell you what the problem is. We want to build a AI tool which can write LinkedIn posts. But that is simple because we have learned how to write Twitter posts. So you can also tell AI how to write LinkedIn posts. That is simpler. But we want the LinkedIn post to replicate my style of writing. So I have to tell AI somehow how I write. But how the hell do I tell AI how I write? Because if I think about explaining AI how I write, struggle at it because I don't know how I write. Of course, I can say I write in simple English. I write in simple way. I write short sentences. But that is not enough for AI to replicate my exact style of writing. It is very vague. So what I will do is problem solving with AI right now. What I will do is, instead, before even I build the prompt, I will give AI all the, let's say 10 of the LinkedIn posts that I've written in the past. I will give it to AI and I will tell AI, you tell me how I write. Because I don't know how to tell AI how I write. So I'm going to give 10 posts to AI. I will ask it to read all the posts and then I will ask AI to tell me how I write, so that I will get an extensive report and then I will use that report to convert that into a prompt. Now your minds must be buzzing. What is Webber even saying? Let me show you what I'm saying so that you can connect all the dots together. You see, I told you that we have to write a prompt like this. How do we write a prompt? The step number one is for us to tell AI how we write. And we don't know how we write. As a result, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a prompt like this and listen to it. You are an expert when it comes to analyzing large chunks of content, and you've been a ghostwriter and a content analyzer all your life. What I want you to do is I will give you 10 of the most viral LinkedIn posts that I have personally written in the past. What I want you to do is I want you to go through all of the LinkedIn posts and basically decipher and analyze it to the smallest t and give me an extensive report of how I write. It should be like a content DNA analysis of Web of Sicily, of Web of Sicily's LinkedIn content where you go through the depths of everything, decipher my style of writing and give me an extensive DNA level report which tells me every small bit of how I write. I want you to analyze things like the kind of words that I use, the way I form sentences, the way I use emojis, right? The length of the sentences, the structure of the post, how I write my hooks, how I write my body, how I write my call to action. Essentially, what I want you to do is find hidden patterns in my content that even I don't know about my writing. So when I read this report, I should be surprised that this is how I write because I subconsciously do a lot of things that I'm not even aware. I want you to find all those things. I want you to find all those patterns and give me a super duper extensive content DNA analysis of my content. Did you understand? So guys, I just told AI what I wanted to do. And in the end, I asked the question to AI. Did you understand? Why did I say, did you understand? I could have just sent it, right? Why did I say, did you understand? The reason why I said, did you understand is because I really want to know if AI understood what I want from it. So this is a great way. I always end up putting this question, did you understand? And the reason is I want to actually know if AI understood what I want because I just blabbered a bunch of stuff. So here it comes. I understood perfectly. You want me to take 10 of your viral LinkedIn posts, the ones you'll share, and do a forensic level DNA analysis. This will not be a surface level review, but a deep dissection of some conscious writing habits covering language DNA, sentence DNA, hook DNA, body DNA, emoji DNA, CTA DNA, formatting DNA, psychological triggers, hidden patterns. Guys, if this is mind blowing, drop a heart in the chat. The output will be super detailed Web of Sysynthetic content DNA report. And it's saying, just to confirm before we dive in, do you want me to give a forensic DNA report in one meta mega document or separate layers? I can say full forensic level DNA report in one mega document is fine. This works for me. Okay, it says got it. Share 10 of the viral LinkedIn posts right now is what it says. So to save time, I've already copied 10 of my viral LinkedIn posts in the past. I've already copied it. And all I need to do is here are the 10 viral LinkedIn posts of mine. Make sure you give a super extensive full forensic DNA level analysis of my content. Make sure you don't miss anything. Here are my LinkedIn posts. And here it comes. and I've shared all my LinkedIn posts right here. I click on the send button and it's thinking longer because it's right now using the reasoning model, because GPT-5 actually uses a router which basically understands if something needs a reasoning model or if something needs a regular model. In this case, AI understood that it needs a reasoning model. And guys, by the way, GPT-5 is free of cost. So it's absolutely fine. And basically going and reading, guys, GPT-5 is like a PhD, right? PhD in everything in one place. So I'm sure when we said content report and content DNA analysis, it is almost doing like, it's almost thinking like a PhD in here and thinking very hard to be able to replicate my style. So you can see this, it's doing a bunch of things in terms of reasoning to understand what is the right thing to do. And once it analyzes everything around it, it should be able to give us a content DNA report. But as it is happening, did you guys understand how I'm solving problem with AI? Let me know in the chat. Instead of telling AI, this is how I write, I gave a bunch of content with a very good prompt. And I told AI, listen, you tell me how you write. Because I know AI is definitely smarter than me. So the best and the smartest thing for me to do is to get AI to work for me in the best way possible. And that is literally what I did. Right? So I want you guys to learn on how I think right now. Right? I want you to know, I want you to learn how I think right now. Basically, think with AI at this case. Right? Now, AI is still analyzing patterns. So I'm going to wait for it to analyze patterns. It has done a bunch of things already. You can see what it has done. Mentions 10 posts. Look at this. I was supposed to send it 10 posts, but I only provided 9. So AI caught me, right? It calculating sentence statistics, common words, rhetorical questions, CTA presence and whatnot. And it structures the report like an executive summary, and it does everything right now. It's literally writing a bunch of code to understand the frequency of a few words that I end up using. So it's doing stuff there is no way I could do. I don't know how to write all this code and all. So it is doing PhD level stuff by writing a bunch of code to even analyze my stuff in a much better way. And it's trying to understand, look at this. It's trying to even go as deep as what is my sentence distribution. 5, median is 10, Q3 is 15. So no word, most of my sentences are 5 to 6 words long. And it's able to analyze all of that because of the code. Now it's trying to understand what kind of words do I use the most. This is, guys, isn't this like just insane? There is no way in hell that we will be able to do all this stuff all by ourselves. Right? And folks, here comes the content DNA analysis. Drop a boom in the chat. Look at how long the report is. The content DNA report, the forensic version V.1, corpus analyzed 9 little posts, executive fingerprints at a glance, hook style, structure, cadence, proof, formatting, voice, CTA emojis, quantitative DNA from 9 reports. My average sentence length is 10.8 words. Median is 10. Interquartile range is 5 to 15. Question sentences 13.5%. Exclamatory sentences 12.9%. Number of sentences 21.8% of the sentence or contains digits. Emojis 4.44 per post. It literally did extensive content analysis and also numerical analysis to be able to understand what are the true exact patterns. The hook DNA. How do I create my hook? In fact, look how long this is. My goodness. This report is super long, guys. If I click on this edit, look how long this is. Quantitative DNA analysis. This is all the numbers. The hook DNA. The hook formulas that we use repeatedly. The hidden DNA. Upgrades to the test. The structured DNA. The anatomy of personal story posts. Guys, is it, I have a question for you people. Is it even humanly possible for us to be able to do all of this manually? Is it even humanly possible? Look how long this freaking report is. I am still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. My goodness. No bloody way I could do this myself. But AI just absolutely aced it. This is the power of getting AI to think for us. Are you able to get the power of thinking with AI? Yes. Now that we got this report, all I have to do is click on the copy button right here, come to new ChatGPT window, and I'm going to convert this into a prompt right now. What I'm going to do is very, very simple. What I'm going to tell AI right now is, you are an expert prompt engineer who has a lot of years of experience in writing great prompts. In fact, you work for the OpenAI team and you have written a bunch of prompts for custom GPTs. What I want you to do is, I'm going to give you an extensive report, which is a content DNA analysis of how I write my content. I want you to go through all of this and understand with the finest detail on how I write my content and generate a prompt for me in markdown formatting, where every time I give a topic, using the content DNA report, you should be able to write a LinkedIn post that will go viral on my LinkedIn while replicating my style of writing to the finite T. So I want the prompt to be so bloody good that can generate a viral LinkedIn post every time I give a topic, but also should replicate my style of writing based on the content DNA analysis report that I will give you. Did you understand? Again, you can see this. I'm ending the question with, did you understand? So let's see if AI understood this. It says, got it. You'll share a full content DNA report. I'll study the detail. I'll build single prompt in Markdown that acts as your custom GPT. I will write the prompt. The final prompt will be this. And this is what it says. Okay. Would you like me to create 2 versions of this prompt? I will just say just one is enough. Okay. Now it's like perfect. One master prompt then. Drop your full content DNA analysis report here. So there you go. I'm going to simply copy this report that we got here, come here, and I'm just going to paste the report. That's it. I didn't do anything. I just gave the content report that we generated to AI, and look at this. AI has started to generate the markdown prompting right here. Guys, look at this. Drop a celebration emoji or a party emoji if you like what you just saw. It just converted the whole thing into a prompt. But you know what? Most of the times this prompt is not good enough. So what I'm going to tell is, because you see I don't think it has covered everything that we have shared, right? So what I'm going to tell is, hey, I want you to think harder. The prompt that I see right now is not good enough. In fact, you know what? I tried this prompt inside of the custom GPT, and the LinkedIn post that I got is a 6 out of 10. While I gave the same task to Google Gemini, and the prompt it came up with led to LinkedIn posts which are 9.5 out of 10. So I want you to go through the report again that I shared with you and write a prompt which could be as long as possible, but has to be super extensive so that it captures every single detail that is in the report, so that you can generate a LinkedIn post which is a 10 out of 10, beating Gemini. Guys, did you see what I just did? I just, in a way, gaslit ChatGPT so that it will work harder for me. And now you can see this. It says thinking longer for a better answer. And now it is thinking harder. It's going to be thinking longer. And, it's going to go through all this information right now to come up with hopefully a much more extensive prompt, because we have given them the whole report and it's very, very long. And first time when we said it, it just came up with something. But right now, it says, you're right, let's crack this to 10 out of 10. Below is a single master prompt that encodes full content DNA analysis. And look at this time. Guys, just look at this. It's writing a much, much longer prompt right now based on everything that we have just said. But if you realize one thing, while it is writing everything as we said, right? It's not in a format that we want. It says content DNA analysis and input contract and whatnot, right? It doesn't exactly is in the format that we want, which is the markdown formatting, right? So what I'm going to say is, I'm just going to ask AI to rewrite in my own format. You remember this format, role, objective, context. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to say, okay, the prompt looks great right now, but could you make sure that you can rewrite the whole prompt in the below markdown format rather than yours? Of course, you can add your own things on top of this, but the below thing should definitely be included. And what I'm going to do is I just copied this formatting here and I just paste it here because I want it in this format, right? Click on the send button and look at it this time. Role is here. Objective is here. Context is here. Now it is writing up instructions exactly in the format that I want it to write. And finally comes the notes. Of course, right? I can still do this. I can still say the same thing that I said to make it even more extensive. You remember how I gaslit it? I can just say the same thing again, just so that it does a slightly better job, right? I'm going to be like, look, again, Gemini did a much better job. Your post is not good enough. Your prompt is not good enough. Do a better job. And you know what? It's gonna redo all of it. Guys, are you able to understand what I'm doing right now? Yes, in the chat if you're able to. We are literally getting AI to work harder. And we are directly telling AI, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. This is future of jobs. This is how we are going to be operating going forward. We are going to be using AI to do our stuff. This is how it works. Right? Awesome. Yogendra, I'm not going to tell you how to create a free AI website. Okay. If you're not interested to learn what is being shared here, you can drop off from the call. Okay. So guys, here is the markdown prompting right here. Here comes the whole prompt. Look how extensive this is. And we got AI to write this whole freaking prompt. Now that we got this prompt, looks like it is still writing, which is crazy, right? It is still writing. I can simply click on the copy button right here. I come to ChatGPT. Okay. I come to expand. I go to GPTs. All right. And I click on the create button right here, which we have already done. Click on plus create. And I jump directly to configure button this time. All right. And you remember the prompt that we got from here? I copied from here. I come here and I just paste it. And here comes the prompt. Okay. Now this is crazy. The GPT instructions cannot be longer than 8,000 characters. So it is throwing an error because the prompt is so long that GPT cannot handle it. So I'm going to say, this is the error I'm getting. Fix the prompt accordingly. That's it. Because the prompt is so long that it is 8,000 characters. It is too long that GPT cannot manage it. That is how long the prompt is. So it is right now keeping it under rule and rewriting the whole prompt in a way that it will fit into the bucket this time. Let's see how it works. Again, I'm solving a problem by just copying and pasting things, right? So let us see if we are able to solve it. There you go. Here it comes. I copy the new prompt and I paste it. This time it worked because I just sent it. I sent it to AI that it's too long is what ChatGPT said and it just fixed it, right? So guys, we have our prompt ready, pushing GPTs to the limits. Now it's time for us to try this out. Okay. So let's go ahead and quickly try this out. I need a topic to create a content on. So I'll tell you one of the tools that I use to create topics or to look for topics, especially for LinkedIn. It's called a Social Sonic. It's incredibly powerful. Again, it is a paid tool, sadly, but again, if you're serious about distribution, maybe you will get this tool as well, but it has a 1 month free trial that you can try, right? And this tool, basically what it does is, if I just tell the kind of things that I create content on, it will look up all the internet to find similar topics so that I can get ideas to create content on. I've given ideas of marketing AI startups, right? And if I go down, I can see thought leaders as well and everything around it. So industry news is what I want to look at. And I want to look at AI news right now. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Is this how AI might eliminate humanity? It's a BBC article just a day back. I want to create a content based on this. So what I can do is, this is an article which has come recently. And if I create a content on this, there's a very good chance it could go viral. So I'm just going to open this article. Oh, sadly, it is a video. So I'm going to skip that. I like this as well, actually. This one. AI mode in search gets new agentic features and expands globally. That's a Google search option. Anything else? I think this is also very interesting. Is AI bubble about to burst and send the stock market to free fall? Let's try doing this. I'm talking about the fact that AI could be a bubble, right? So that is what the LinkedIn post is. So I'm just going to copy this article because this is going viral right now. And that is why the Social Sonic tool is showing this. This went live 4 hours back, right? I'm going to come here and I'm going to be like, convert this article into a LinkedIn post in my style. And I just post the blog article that I just copied from Guardian, which I got from Social Sonic saying it could go viral, right? And I click on the send button. Now the tool has all the instructions. So it is going to spit out a LinkedIn post very quickly, but I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it, and I'm going to tell AI, hey, you did follow all the instructions. Follow all the instructions and tell me based on that, right? Write a LinkedIn post based on that. Okay, let's see. And look at this, guys. Insane in the chat if you think this is insane. The AI bubble might burst soon and it could hit the stock market harder than expected. Here is how it is unfolding. Folks, replicated my style of writing. Tech stocks are flipping fast. Palantir plunged 10%. Nvidia lost 3%. Oracle and AMD followed. 95% of the companies investing in generative AI haven't seen financial returns. Valuations are wild. Here's the proof. Sam Altman himself has called some AI valuations insane, and Jerome Powell hinted at rate cuts to ease the pressure at Jackson Hole. The twist, AI isn't going away. Microsoft, Google, Meta are already embedding the office life. If the bubble pops, smaller speculative firms will collapse. The giants buy breakthroughs on cheap. Zoom out. AI will survive the crash, but it might not get even centralized in the hands of big tech. Hot or not. Guys, what do you think of this LinkedIn post? From a scale of 1 to 10, hot or not? Hot or not? That's what the question is. Love it, love it, love it. That is the way you can replicate your style of writing. Somebody is like, too hot, sir. That's what I'm talking about. We just replicated my style of writing by building a prompt like this. Now, somebody is like, Vaibhav, what if I have never written a LinkedIn post in my life? Well, write 2 or 3 yourself. How can AI know how you write without you writing it? So write a couple of them yourself and then try it out. Or if you like someone else's style, you can use their LinkedIn post to build a bot as well. But it's so weird. I would never recommend anyone do it because you should have your own style. So guys, this is how you can actually build an advanced GPT. Do you guys think this is insanely powerful? If you think it is, drop a heart so that I know all of you guys understood the true power of building a GPT like this, which is super advanced. Now, I told you one thing. I promised you one thing. That is, I told you that I'll teach you a free way of doing it. How many of you guys want the free way of doing this? You want to learn the free way of doing it? Yes? All right. Let's jump right inside of it where we will learn how to do this for free as well using a free tool. The free tool that we're going to be using is basically Gemini. Gemini by Google. Gemini is incredibly powerful. Obviously, it is completely free and it has an option called as Explore Gems. Gems is an equivalent of custom GPT. It's very similar to custom GPT, but you can use this for free, right? When I click on new gem, this is what shows up. The reason why I didn't teach you in the beginning, or I didn't teach you Gemini gems in the starting, is because you have to write your own prompt. And first I wanted to teach you how to write a great prompt. And you know what? We did, right? We got this prompt already. So I'm going to simply copy this prompt right now. Come here and you see this instructions tab. I'm going to paste the prompt. Here you go. And I can call this the post generator VS style. And that's it. I click on the save and we have the Gemini gem ready. Okay. We have the Gemini gem ready to come up with a killer LinkedIn post as well. Now let us give out the same thing that we gave to chat GPT here. Okay. We'll literally give the same and we will see which one did a better job. There you go. I've selected the 2.5 Pro model because the Pro model is also free for Gemini. So I could use the Pro model, right? And also we're going to say this. The moment it gives the answer, I'm not even going to use it, right? You can see the trail of thought. That is the chain of thought that is happening. Once it finishes reading everything, here it comes. Guys, everyone is screaming AI bubble again, but they're missing on one crucial point. Okay, I don't want to read this. I just want to say this. Hey, you didn't follow all the instructions. Follow all the instructions and tell me based on that, right? Write a LinkedIn post based on that. It's a terrible thing. I just was saying something, it picked up something else, but that's okay. I'm sure it understood that I wanted to follow all the instructions again, and let's see what it comes up with. I usually end up saying you didn't follow because I just want to make sure AI is working hard enough for me, right? And why shouldn't I? I should make AI work hard enough for me. And folks, you're right. Look at this. It says you're right. My previous post missed some strict cadence and formatting rules. Here's the new version following the strict format. The AI bubble is a myth. And here is why it is different this time. Tech stocks are sliding. Everyone is calling the next .com crash. Not so fast. The core different isn't hype. It's the utility. Adoption is already real. And I was wondering why the chat GPT was not talking about this, and boom. Here it comes. Gemini gets it right. AI isn't some future promise. It's already inside tools of Microsoft, Google, Meta that millions use. The twist, the MIT report shows that 95% of the use AI have seen zero financial returns right now. The big tech will get stronger. The filter is not failure. The market is simply weeding out overvalued players from the ones from the real world applications. The .com era was built on speculation. The AI boom is built on utility. Big difference. So, is this a big correction or a start of a real crash? What is your take? I think the ending of this is much better than ChatGPT. Hot or not? Not really. I don't like it. I will never use it. That is not my style. But Gemini got it right. So guys, I have a quick question. Which one got it right? Gemini or ChatGPT? Which one is better? Gemini or ChatGPT? For me, it's Gemini. And looks like for most of you people, it's Gemini as well. I know ChatGPT is also very good, but considering ChatGPT is paid and Gemini is free, I think Gemini is equally or even better than ChatGPT in this case. Perfect. Perfect. Loving this energy, loving this energy. Keep it on as we go. But I also promised you one thing in the beginning. And my promise was, I will make sure every single doubt of yours is cleared today. But how will I clear all your doubts? So I was like, what if we build an AI agent that can clear all your doubts, and I build it right now? Would you want me to build an AI agent which can answer all your doubts from yesterday's session, and we build it right now? You want me to do that? Yes. All right. That is exactly what we are going to do right now. Okay. What we're going to do right now is that we're going to build an AI agent that has attended yesterday's session. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, how has AI agent attended yesterday's session? I'll tell you how. And can clear doubts of anything that you have from yesterday's session right away in a few seconds, like the best teacher in the world. Now, how do I solve this problem as an AI generalist? We are all trying to become AI generalists, guys. How can I solve this problem as an AI generalist? Well, because AI has not attended the session yesterday, obviously, we told you we will not give you the recordings, but still we recorded the session. And that is because We wanted the transcript of the session. Everything that was spoken yesterday is right here in form of transcript. When we record the session, we can get the transcript as well. It's 160 pages of everything that was spoken yesterday, right? Now, if I give this document to AI and I tell that this is everything that was covered, every time when someone asks a doubt, go through the document, find the answer and explain the answer. AI can do that because AI is bloody smart. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Now you'll be like, but Vaibhav, how did you get this transcript? Well, the way I got this transcript is by using a tool called as Happy Scribe. It is completely free tool. If you upload a video, it will give you a transcript like this. Okay, I use a tool called as Happy Scribe, and funny, let's add the link to Happy Scribe as well in the resource document. Okay, now that we are here, let's go on to build a prompt for this. And this time, let's build it on Gemini only because Gemini is free, right? So I'm going to write a prompt. You are an expert prompt engineer who worked for the Google Gemini team for the last 5 years, and you have an expertise in writing prompts for Google Gemini. I want you to write a super extensive system prompt in the markdown formatting for a Gemini gem, which is called as the Outskill AI Mentor. The job of Outskill AI Mentor, which is the Gemini gem, is to literally clear doubts of learners who attended the generative AI mastermind. The way you solve problems of users who have attended generative AI mastermind is every time when someone asks you a question, you will go through the transcript of the session that they attended, which is attached as a knowledge base to you. You will go through the transcript, find the answer. Once you find the answer, you will explain the answer like you are the best teacher in the world. And if you can't find the answer for whatever reason, you can just ask the user to either research it themselves using ChatGPT or Perplexity or a tool like that, or if it's a really burning problem, they could write to hi@outskill.com as well. This is how I want you to build a prompt. So there you go. I've given it insights on what I want. Click on the send button, and I'm hoping Gemini will come up with a crazy prompt to do this for us. Let's wait for the prompt to come in. There you go. Of course, you're an expert prompt engineer with extensive experience in the Google Gemini team. Here comes the system prompt, guys. Here comes the system prompt. The whole prompt is right here. But you can see this, it's not in the markdown prompting, but it's a very, very extensive prompt. So what do? Simple. I go here, I copy this prompting structure. I come here and I say, please rewrite the prompt in markdown formatting like this and give me the output in a code editor or code block so that I can easily copy it. Okay, that's what I say. Rewrite the whole prompt in markdown formatting like this, and it says shows thinking right now. So it's thinking right now. Let us see if it gets it right this time. And guys, remember this word. Give me the output in a code editor or code block. It's very important because what it does is when you ask it to give you the output in a code editor or code block, it gives you in a box like this. So it's easy for you to copy the prompt. Okay, here comes the whole prompt and here is the copy button. I just copy it, come to Gemini gems, explore gems, new gem, and I just paste the prompt that I got. I call this the Outskill AI Mentor. And there is a section called as knowledge right here, right? In this knowledge, I can upload the file